Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another Bad Batch review. Today we have Juggernaut, um, which I'm just gonna kind of get out of the way right now. Is not very interesting. It's all right. I'd give it like a 6.5. So that's the rating if you care. Because there isn't anything to talk about. Like making the review here, well, I'm doing it because it's the weekly release, but like I don't really know what I'm supposed to talk about. The episode follows the Bad Batch after, of course, Omega leaves, trying to figure out how to get to Mount Tantus. So they find the admiral from the last season, who was a really big part of Crosshair's resurgence to the Bad Batch again. And basically, he just like Crosshair's like, yeah, he knows where it is because he sent someone over there. Why didn't you tell us this before? Like, I feel like this was probably helpful information. And that's kind of how the whole episode feels. There's great action in this episode, and I don't want it to like feel like I'm just crapping on it for no reason. Like they go to um the place where the admiral's being kept, and they break him out. But that's it. That's the plot. Omega's shown for I think two sequences. Emery basically tests Omega for her blood count. They're like, "Yep, she's an M count donor," and then they put her in the little area with all the other children. I feel like you could have like, I guess it has to be an episode, but why wasn't this a double release? Why didn't you give us something else at the end? I feel like this episode was sort of one of those things where, like, you're literally just like, it's filler in a sense. Like you're getting like I feel like people don't understand what filler means. In my opinion, what it means is when you have an episode that doesn't have anything major happening in it, and it's just to set up other stuff. And obviously, filler for sometimes can just mean like an episode that has nothing to do with the main plot and is just used to get an extra episode out. That's probably the OG definition of filler. But in today's show culture of streaming, I don't think there is filler like that anymore. What filler really means now is like the idea of a show having building blocks, but those building blocks are like very small. And I'm thinking like you could easily have condensed this too to like a 5 minute thing and then kept going. And of course, yes, like you don't get all that action, you don't get all the entertainment, you lose probably an episode or two in the run count. But I just like episodes like this make me feel like okay, the Bad Batch isn't amazing. And it should be. Like this is not a bad show. It's just not amazing because it doesn't work as well. Like it's just kind of like there's episodes where nothing really happens, or if something does happen, it's not major. This is another episode where that's exactly what ends up happening is that oh well stuff happens, the plot is moved forward. It's not filler, but it is like not important. Like you could miss this episode and get like a small recap from a friend and they don't do that by the way. They don't give you recaps before each episode. And if they did that, that would serve. You could basically just get through to the finale for the most part. Like there's a couple episodes here I think are definitely not skippable, but they kind of did this in my opinion because I bet there's a show that's going to take place after this, and they want to do like the essential episodes thing, like they did with the Clone Wars when it was up to season 7. They were showing off like the 20 essential episodes. They want to do the same thing with the Bad Batch, 20 essential Bad Batch episodes. But like, why? Just make the episodes complete and tell a full story and not have to, again, I feel like we're just kind of doing like this episode's just gonna do this one thing, and the next week we'll see it do another thing. And I'm a patient person; I'll wait. But I'm starting to think that you could have just released the whole season by itself, or released it in like halves or something, and it would have been better. Maybe not more profitable, but it would have been better for the series. So yeah, I gave it a 6.5 out of 10. I don't know where this leaves my full-on ranking. I didn't do the calculations, but I'm going to assume we're around a 7.8, 7.7 again. Good for if you want to round up like an 8 out of 10. Because that's what the show is. Really, it's like very good. It's just when you have episodes that kind of don't really do anything, it doesn't hurt the rating. It just kind of is like, you know what? Like, what are we doing? Like, okay. Well, that's all I have to say. That's pretty much what the episode was like. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below your thoughts. And of course, X-Men 97 content will eventually be on this channel, I promise. I'm probably going to end up reviewing it once the whole season's done at this point. But what we're going to do is I'm going to release episodes probably daily of the releases. So they did like a 2-episode release, I'll do a video. 1-episode release, I'll do a video, and it'll be released daily in increments. That's just kind of, I think, the strategy I'm going to have to employ. And I hate that, but honestly, X-Men, the animated series is so long, and I was not prepped for how long it really was. And I'm not going to get through it before probably even the season's done. So that's unfortunate. But the good news too is I'm watching a lot of the other '90s animated series at the same time. So if they do a revival of Spider-Man, I'll be right on top of it as well. And of course, when season 2 comes out, I'll be right on top of it as well for that as well. That's a lot of as wells, but you get what I'm saying. Anyway, love you all. Peace.